So Nigerians, welcome to another Bangarang episode.
Yes, sir.
And as always, you know how we do it. We bring interesting, thought-provoking, culture-shifting episodes to you.
Yeah, where do you learn all this English?
That's why we have come with a marvelous guest today.
Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause.
Our guest today,
Konaka.
she's one in a million. She is... See, and what she does, nobody else can do it.
I'm telling you,
You know when they say what a man can do, woman can do better. This is what she does. Men cannot do it.
she's the best in this space.
She's the best in this space on her personality, event host, hype woman. If you don't dance,
You missed something. Sorry.
see if you don't dance,
You
as you can
missed-
see, if you don't dance and you see her.
You've missed something from the last episode. Professional house hunter.
I was going to get to that. I purposely have not said anything since this episode started because that's going to be the first thing I was going to tell you
No,
guys.
because you guys, if you listen, like this was over a year ago.
It was over here.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she has been on the pod before, but now she has homes. you know,
Yeah.
so that's why she's no longer.
She's a developer now. Times have changed.
Times has changed.
Let
She's
me
a
tell
landlady.
you guys. Okay, no, do you want to introduce me first before I tell you guys?
Don't worry, in fact, introduce yourself. Let's hear.
Hey, I'm MIA. I'm never missing in action.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so when I say MIA, you say give me trouble.
Oh, yeah.
MIA.
Baby Trawaye, let's go.
She has come to hype this episode.
Let's go.
We are not playing you sharp for hype.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You're friends. You're friends, and I could help you find a house. Let me tell you guys, when you guys invited me for this episode,
Yeah.
I was like, is it an update to the house? Because the last time we talked about house hunting, and I was so surprised why it was me. Do you get? But you know what? You know when I came the last time, I was living in Ibadan.
Yeah.
And I moved to Lagos last year. It's about a year, 6 months now since I moved to
Yeah. Wow.
Lagos. And I have moved to 2 houses
In a
since
year and 6
then.
months.
Yeah.
In a year and 6 months.
Yes, and it was so quick.
I thought
Like,
you had changed too.
change for where? When I moved to Lagos, it took me 1 month to find my first house. And when I was ready to move my house again, it took me another 1 month to find the second one. And I was like, okay.
That was fast.
You see?
That was
So
fun.
in case you can call my number. It's good to be back.
Emma, it's so good to have you, man. And
Thank you.
as always, man, your energy is always bubbling. And you know, when I text, I told you we're going to do another episode, so
Yeah, you
we're
did.
just waiting for the right time. And this episode now is going to be very, very. This one we're not going to talk about. Obviously, like if you're looking for us, can contact.
Yeah,
She'll
you
give
can
you
text her.
tips.
You can
Or you
text
can go
her.
and listen to that episode again. Use our old tips.
It still
It
works.
still works. So.
100%.
So, but before we go on, Emma, we have a tradition on So Nigerian now, yeah.
Okay.
And being that you're never missing in action, so you're going to be very available in this action. This time, the way you said,
Baby Trawaye.
what's
Do-
the call? I know the
MIA, Baby Trawaye.
response. Also, you have our own.
Okay.
Our own is just gigi. That's what you need to see.
Okay.
But you can remix it for you. know. Like that, she even came a fan. If you are watching on video, you can see MIA the hypo. She you don't go that so hey baby trauma. But this one is just like a call to action, very simple. It's for those of you that are watching that are not subscribed, those of you that are listening that have not rated 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify everywhere. Those of you that have not subscribed and commented, you've not followed our Instagram, so this is for you. But yeah, essentially, when I say something, you just say gigi. Isaac is going to join me and sing this time around, since you're going to be the gigi. It's not that, it's just once I start, you just put your gigi in it.
Sat and prepped for this.
You
Let's
can
go.
even add
Like a
twist, you can add
marinated
a
Christmas
twist,
chicken.
Let's go.
Mm.
That's December.
So this is how it starts. Have you subscribed?
Gege.
Have you followed?
Gege.
Have you commented?
Gege.
Have you liked?
Gege.
Have you rated?
Gege.
Have you shared?
Gege.
See, I love the energy.
She was actually
Other guests though before we.
other guests will be forming.
Yeah, I love the
action.
energy.
She's actually never missing.
It's in the
action.
blood. It's the blood.
Emma, man, it's so
Count me
good.
in.
It's so good. It's so good to have you here.
That's good to be
And
here.
the first thing is, how would you describe yourself? You know, obviously, like we know you, the lots of listeners. I don't know if I told this story in the first episode, the professional house hunting episode. My first time I met MIA, I'm a very terrible dancer. Everybody knows, like
It's obvious.
I'm a better singer than I am of a dancer.
You're not. You're neither. Don't worry. See, now as your guy, I don't even know your talent. I said to God.
No. I'm joining MI's.
Banger tweets.
Nice one, nice
If
one,
that's
nice
a
one.
talent, I'll
Nice
put it there.
one.
Nice one.
Because the money comes with it.
You know the funny thing? I'm waiting for when MI will drop a masterclass on hyping. I genuinely want to. I don't know if it's like a course, like I just need like something like a distance to hyping, like maybe hype 101 or something.
Oh, you
Just-
don't have to wait too long. February will get you.
Are you serious?
you
There's
have
something
coming
cooking.
up.
It's cooking.
Let's go. Let's
You
go.
heard it here
Hear
first.
it first.
Really, you actually heard it here first.
I mean, so the first time I met MI, yeah, like it was through our friend Oreva, and I think I was at their house, and then MI was there, and then I think we're just chilling, and then everybody started dancing, and Isaac, you know my dancing powers, you know. I'm the best, but I'm not want to show off. I'm not want to show off.
He said I don't want to show.
I'm not want to show off.
Bro, you're a terrible dancer. Let's
But
you're
MI
terrible.
said with my great dancing skills, she can take it to the next level. That's
Mm.
good, man. So you know the fact that I have the video. I still have the video on my phone of you and I dancing.
Please,
yeah.
you must post it.
I'm not going to post
You
it.
must post it
No,
for,
actually,
for this episode.
I need to see it.
And I think it was that Joa challenge that was really
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Then she put me on and said, bro, like she made it so easy, and it's just what she does, and it was just very energetic and just very bubbling. And
Because MI the hype. Share you know good
They
dance.
watch Chavaye. They watch Chavaye.
whenever you just need us to be travel, just say MI.
We'll say
your
it's
recipe.
for
Baby
active.
trouble, yeah,
For
okay.
active.
Shout.
Great,
For
great,
active.
great. But it's like two, so we would do it like we were switching it.
Mm.
So if I just say plainly MIA, you say baby trouble.
Trabaye.
But if I say MI the hype, you will say
Say
Shay.
you know go dance.
Listeners,
let's
are you
go,
following?
Let's go.
Listeners, do you get? If you get, drop a like or drop a comment. Now, just give us. Let's train for it. Let's train for it.
MIA.
Baby Travaye.
MIA the hype.
Shay, you don't go dance. So where's the party? Where's the party already?
Now I'm ready. That is them. I
There.
want to.
Today we're having a party on this episode. That's the vibe.
Play the music.
Yeah. But how would you describe yourself? Like, you know, just describe yourself to someone. Especially
Yeah.
like somebody that's very new to like Nigerian party and everything.
Yeah.
Like, how would you describe your energy and how it works for you?
I would describe myself as electric.
Mm.
I feel like it's more of something you feel, and it just wraps into one ball of energy. So when you're at a party, wherever you're standing, wherever whether you're just coming in, whether you've been at the party for a long time,
Yeah.
the hype, the energy just goes into your bloodstream, and then you just find yourself dancing, right? So I would describe it as electric. You get goosebumps. I get goosebumps when I'm hyping. You get goosebumps when I'm at the party. You now hear the music exactly how it is intended to be heard at a party, and then you find yourself moving whether you like it or not. So
That's very interesting because you said something about you getting goosebumps. Have you ever been nervous, like, or
Yeah.
like even with your experience? Because I know you've been doing this for years. So,
Yeah.
like, with your experience, have there ever been like one like in recent times that you're just nervous, like probably because of the crowd or people?
I don't even know, Seth. To be honest, so because like I'm still shy.
Are you serious?
Uh,
I don't believe. Like the energy I see on the no, I don't.
I'm
actually
shy.
don't
Oh,
believe.
me, I'm shy.
I don't
You
believe.
get, but because like I'm shy. So when it's like new audience, when it's maybe, you know, for majorly the kind of parties that I host, they're majorly, not all, they're usually like younger and they're bigger and they're usually in mass. So when it's like intimate parties, older generation, like, or this maybe another type of crowd, like we go Afrobeat crowd and they're like, oh, come on, hype. EDM crowd. I'm like, you know,
So there's a different vibe. Of
there is,
hyping to, like,
there
EDM.
is, but I find it very interesting. My best show this year was an Afro house show. You know, it was
I've
where
always wanted to go for one. You know.
you would love it if you love music. Don't let me say if not if you love Afrobeats.
Yeah.
If you love music, you would love being at an Afro house party. It's always wonderful,
Wow.
especially when you're listening to comb. Like comb is like heavy drums, and you're like, you know, or you're listening to like there's a growth in it, like Afro tech, or you're doing Afro house,
Yeah.
you're going to love it. Or three step, you would love it. It just has this feeling. It just takes you there. You want to go there.
So like when I just have a question. Yeah, there's
Go
something
ahead.
there's something that's very
I clicked.
MIA.
Baby travailler.
Don't be sleeping.
Ah,
Don't be
sorry,
sleeping.
sorry.
Ah,
I'm not an outside crowd like as in forgive me. Next time.
oh yeah, we'll initiate it today.
I had a thought in my head, a question, and is I always imagine when I see hype men, hype women on stage, and what is like if you give me a call to action now, like a response, and I
Yeah.
don't respond, what will you do?
I'll beat you up.
Like what will you do? Do you understand? I always just wonder. So have there ever been a stage or like a performance for you that like the crowd was just so dead, they're not
Yeah.
responding to you,
Yeah.
they were probably possibly everything you tried to do, everything was just frustrating you.
Never. Can't be me. Their mother,
But yeah, but how do you
It can't be.
And
Do
the
I what?
energy.
do you
tell
at
them.
the beginning like try to
Yes. So this is it. Hyping is one thing, but there is hosting also. And I'm not just a hype woman, I'm a host. So you need to know what type of crowd, the time of the day that you're in, how many hours they've been there, to be able to carry them, to be able to know what would work for them. And it's from hype to dance to online trends to competitions to just telling the DJ, look, these people can't dance anymore. They've been dancing since morning. You need to give them sing-alongs now. You know, I really honestly do hate doing the call and response because I don't want to shame. So I don't really like the call and response part. Or when they say, tell everybody to come to the front. I say, if this crowd wants to come to the front, they're going
They'll
to
come to
come.
the front, yeah.
But you need to give them a reason to want to come to the front. So from
yeah.
giveaways to actually making sure that you give like step by step, making them enjoy themselves. By the time you now say, okay, I want you all to pull up, like, you know, or sometimes I would even go inside the crowd and dance with them till everybody is at the front. So it's just using different skills to make sure that whomever is at this party doesn't regret coming out.
So as opposed to telling people to come to the front, what do you do?
I'll go inside the crowd. I dance with the crowd, and you know, once they're just like familiar, then I'm like, okay, everybody, do like this, do like this, do like this. As they're doing it, I'm moving to the front. I'm like, next to you, see yourself in front, you know. Or sometimes I just leave them, and I'm enjoying myself at the back, on the stage because I'm enjoying myself. Even if like I'm happy, I'm like. You don't want to have fun. I want to have fun. So I'm enjoying myself. And then it gets to a part you can see the crowd is already feeling it. And now you can ask them to do what you want to do. You can tell them, okay, if you will, where are my sexy ladies? Let me see you come front. And they're like, you know, and now they're forward.
You know the funny thing, Spotify 2023, Spotify Afrobeats 20 billion streams party.
You
hyped at that
billion
event,
streams,
yeah, 1 billion.
A journey of
streams.
a billion streams.
Yeah, you hyped at the party, yeah. Isaac, yeah, and I was there. I think I was amongst the crowd, and I saw MI on stage. I still remember you coming down because it was more so like there were tables. Everybody was like, talking.
Chairs,
But then she came into the crowd. She was dancing with all of us. Like she come dance with all of us. Like she even called your name. She called my name. Like she called
people's name.
She'll do mini dance battle, and I can't even dance. MIA was doing mini dance battle with me. Like, and then everybody's like staring. You know, we actually found ourselves in the front at the end of the day.
Are you serious?
I'm never going to lie. So it actually even makes sense. At that, I'll actually be more susceptible to coming to the front, rather than you telling me, please, like, can we
Can we please come to the room before?
So
you know, sometimes there are some parties that you be like, okay, we've got drinks for you. First set of people to come to the front, you've got shots. You know, that could also make them want to.
yeah, that
come
would be
back.
Isaac comes to the front.
I'm up a call.
I got some shots for you.
I'm active. Please, where's your next party? I'm active. Well, but yeah, so from your last response, it sounds like a lot of research goes into pre-hyping, like pre-show, right? So does that always happen for every show? Like when maybe you get a gig, like you always have to go back and like okay, what's the kind of crowd? Was it, or like you just wake up in the morning and just pull up?
No, yes, I do. I literally have a folder on my phone called Hype. So I have like things that I could draw content from to remember to say on stage, right? My manager will wink at me and say, "Ugh, it's time to say." And I'm like, okay, what is
Crazy.
it? Chicken don't cry for night. Okay, okay. That kind of thing, right? And also there's a study of, okay, we need to get the actual brief. Like there is a party that we just got hit up for, and they're like, it's a graduation party. And I'm like, okay, who's graduating? 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, because you now need to know, you get, so that when you go, maybe you say, kilo busy.
Yeah.
Was busy. You need to go and learn the slang of the
Jalingo.
age grade.
Yeah.
I've also hosted like 40s, 50s.
Are you
I'm
serious?
going back to the 70s to learn the line dance every time, so that when the line dance comes on, I'm not missing it. I'm going, doing the swing
dead.
and all of that. And then that's also, I was on Davido's 5 tour in Nigeria.
Okay, yeah.
And there's also learning the language. So when we went to Yola, I had to go and learn how to greet the people in Yola. I can't remember it now because short memory. But when I go, we're gonna learn it again. If I go back to the north, okay, I think I might go to Kaduna this 30 December once. I'll have to go and learn it again, like learn 3-4 words, because I'm not really fluent. I'm not fluent at all in Hausa, or you guys. So I'm gonna have to go learn that. So it's like really studying the people, what they would like, and being able to communicate to them in their language, because obviously hype is voice, right? It's you
100%.
speaking, so you need to
100%.
find a
Yeah.
way to communicate to them to make them enjoy themselves. So research goes into it.
Yeah, that's cool.
When did you know like hosting and hyping? Like when did you know it was for you?
Hosting, I knew it was for me before I entered university. I didn't want to be a lawyer because
You studied law in uni?
no. So in my SS3 or SS2, I found out that if you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to have to read and cram all those law books. And this head,
He's not doing that.
I can't take all this cramming. So I'm the kind of person that when I see something, if I see it, I can say back to you, right? Just by seeing it, right?
Yeah.
But if you want me to cram it the way it is like that, section 234 of the Nigerian Constitution,
Forget
sorry
it.
for you, you will not see. And I found out that to be a lawyer, you're going to need that. And I really hated history because history had dates, names, and that's what you need for law. So I knew I was not going for law. I was going to go for communications. And one day, right after secondary school, I was walking on the
Yeah.
road and I started presenting the top 20 something loudly at night to myself. And somebody at the back was like, you should be a presenter. You really sound good. It's like, thank you. And, that was how I knew I was going to host. So even when I got into university, I started looking for radio stations, TV stations to join because I didn't enter for communications. I entered for English education.
Yeah.
So I started looking for, other places to, grow
Express.
what I have.
Yeah.
And hype came to me along the way, which was 2018, because I used to host. And I had this personality that was Raz. That was Raz. So, and back then, when you are a presenter, it was very hard for you to code switch. They would want you to be plain English, not code switching. And I want to say, Kini, and they're like, that doesn't work. And it just so happened that it fits very well into hype, because like hype it's not a Nigerian thing. It is that in Nigeria,
Yeah, 100%.
but you can be both, well spoken and just like whatever language it is, whether you are in Kenya, you can be indigenous with it at the same time, and very expressive, unlike hosting where you might have to be prim and proper.
Yeah.
So that's how, it became for me, and that was like far back 2018.
You know the funny thing, even during the course of this conversation, you've had moments where I can tell your hype self and your on-air personality self. And it just takes me back to my next question of, do you find yourself toning yourself down, like with toning your actual self down, especially as a woman,
Yeah.
in hype or in on the on-air personality as well? Like, do you find yourself having to just tone who you are down in any of them?
No, at the beginning of my career, though, which was 2018 still,
Yeah.
my boss back then didn't like the fact that I was code switching because he's an old broadcaster. Though the one who employed me is an older broadcaster, and he did not mind because it's more of like who you are, you know. But the next boss I had was very off it. He wanted to take me off the drive time because it was like cringe, you know. But when I finally found hype and I was able to express myself, I've never had a reason to turn myself down. I want to be the best of myself everywhere I am and every area I find myself, whether it's on air or whether it's on stage. So I've never had a reason to say, turn you down, you're a woman. However, you know how sexy I can get too.
Yeah. But
So they're like, so sometimes I have like, you know, wanna be partners, like people who want to partner with my brand, tell me like, do you think you can tone
Are
down
you serious?
being too sexy? And I'm like as against what? I would hate myself if I wasn't sexy.
Yeah.
No, I would hate, that's too much. But like, you know, that's me to want to always be like, I'm a hot woman, I'm gonna show it off. So if you're telling me not to show it off, it's not going to work for me mentally, and you're not gonna get the best version
Yeah,
of
you're
myself.
not gonna
Yeah.
be comfortable, and you won't be able to express
Exactly, you
yourself.
won't get the best version of yourself.
what now? Like, even additionally, yeah. Like, what are some of the misconceptions that just people have in terms of like female hype women, female on air personalities?
So I think for hype, it's like women cannot do it as much as men can.
Yeah.
In the sense of we can't do it.
I'm never going to
With
lie.
yeah.
I think you're the only
Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't think I know
Hype
any other
woman,
hype.
yeah.
Oh, there are a lot of hype.
And you know,
women.
like there are like a lot of them.
Yes, I do. There is Hype Empress. There's Hype Queen Body. There is Pandora. Pandora is in Delta State. Empress is in Lagos. She just moved to Lagos. There, Badi has been in Lagos. I actually even met Badi when I was in Ibadan. There is also Azizat. Azizat is ruling East Africa. She is like every other day. If she's in Kenya,
Are you
she's
serious? Is
going
she Nigerian?
To, no, she's not Nigerian.
Okay.
Like she's ruling the East Africa, not just her country. She's ruling like three countries in East Africa. She's always on a flight. She's going. She was in Nigeria the other day. And we met because she's also a radio presenter and a TV presenter. So we're almost alike, and it's always very beautiful to see
people
someone that same
just like,
energy.
yeah.
She is a crazy person on stage. There is also this hype queen. I can't remember her name, but she's the hype person for Zero Gravity.
I mean,
I think is it just hype queen?
but like in relating to
She's
all of
Zero
that,
Gravity.
but I mean, in relating to all of that male, it's a very small demographic of women that are
Yeah,
part
like the
of-
ratio between
yeah.
men and
What other misconceptions do they, aside from woman, why is a woman hyping, all that stuff? What other misconceptions?
For hype.
And
Yeah, like
I'm being a
for
female
women
OAP.
in the space.
So I think for hype, it's just basically that women can't do it as much as men, and as in almost every industry, people just want to give women lesser work because they're like, oh, you don't have
the strength.
to
or
do
you can't
it,
pull it
you
off.
don't have the time to do it. They just want to give you reasons that you do not give yourself.
Yeah.
They just want to give you reasons that these are the reasons why you can't do it. Like, oh, family, she not go come out for nights, those kind of things. And to be honest, I feel
When
like
people say that she don't go fit come off for nights.
yes, no,
Yeah. Even for
Yeah.
female artists,
Yeah.
like, they tell them that a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
like stay
How
in
about
your
how about
house.
being a female OAP, being an on-air personality on the radio?
So I do not know of any misconceptions for female OAPs. To be honest, have you heard of any?
I don't think I have to be
No,
fair.
I haven't.
Yeah,
don't
because
think-
I
that's
think-
that's a much more
Yeah, it's a balanced
in terms of like
industry.
gender.
Yeah, but not in terms of power in the broadcast industry. So
Tell us more.
in the broadcast industry, yes, you might have like balance because also most employers would prefer women on air because of voice.
Yeah,
and all of
100%.
that. But in terms of power now, like who is holding what position of power, we have lesser women than men, and it's also still going back to the we should just go house. We don't give her work. Women are very emotional. It's all still under all of this.
Are there shows that like women are like? Because I know like you guys have like night shifts and like midnight
Oh,
shows.
yeah.
Do they have like a lot of that where like women are
On the night
on
shift.
the night shift? Yeah.
So, and that's another thing. I don't know if it's in Lagos, but I remember, or as one of my bosses once told me that they don't really like putting women on the night shift, and it's more of safety issue.
Okay, fair enough.
You get, like, if you have to go back home after your night
yeah.
shift, they don't like putting women there. But as against not putting women, I would think like you would provide, because they're just like, oh, for men, we might not have to press a man. It's gonna. What if they choke the man? What if they choke him? What if they choke him? But for women, okay, if you were like, why not provide for her? Like, try and get like the company car to take her home. If you cannot provide like in studio accommodation for her or in station accommodation for her. I remember the first place I worked at, my show ended by 8 o'clock, but by that 8 p.m. everywhere used to become very dry because it was like quite inside. So before you could find a means of transportation to go out, it would be really late and stuff. And they provided the company's car to be taking me home
Every time you had the show.
every time, and then every morning, and then they put on Saturday. It was Mondays to Fridays, and on Saturdays I was on the morning show, which was as early as 6 a.m. So I had to leave like 5:30. They usually sent the company car to pick me. So these are like areas that you could just like show that you're a nice employer.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
There's this thing that I've always wanted to ask and
I
honest.
like your shoes.
Thank you. I've always wanted to ask and
I like your
honest.
shoes too.
I was going to say, like, you didn't see mine is even more
I
obvious.
saw
than
you
his.
actually. So I saw yours
Yeah.
before I saw his, because I was just talking about New Balances before I walked in. So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." But
Please,
I just saw his shoe for the first time, so that's why I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
The only reason why I should telling you is because just to make
Yeah,
you
just make me feel better.
just
No.
make you call.
It's cool. I'll have it. It's fine. It's cool.
But yeah, moving on. Let me ask this question because I've always wanted to ask an honest personality. Yeah, what's this thing? What's explain that thing of like having to code switch to an accent here because you're on the radio, especially in Nigerian radio? I've always, they always say I saw a Twitter like job description for job role for an honest personality, female honest personality, and the person must have British accents.
Bro, actually, there was even this tweet that blew up, like, I think last year, where somebody made a video about her, like a child. I think it was a secondary school. They were advertising in secondary school. And all the kids had accents. All the kids were speaking.
Yeah.
And someone quoted it. I was like, a Lagos OAP is born.
So what's we being an OAP in Nigeria and having
the
accents?
accents.
Like why? But that's not a Nigerian accent.
Yeah.
We
so
speak
why-
in a Nigerian way.
is
So
it
why do they feel the need to?
have the British accent?
But it's not everybody that feels the need to have the accent.
Why
And
is
it's
it? Why
not
is it a
every,
criteria for?
It's not a criteria. It's not. Like my first boss that employed me. Big shout out to my boss Femi Showolu. He just wants you to speak clearly. Clearly, that's the point. You need to be able to speak clearly.
Okay.
But even as you speak clearly, you have to be interesting enough. You have to have personality in the way you speak. So it's not like you have to have an accent, but you have to be clear. You have to be well spoken.
Yeah.
Right. And because in Nigeria, now let me tell you what actually it is. In Nigeria, right after Femi Showolu's age
Of broadcasters.
of broadcasters, we grew up on foreign media. For those who actually grew up on, looking at other stuff, we grew up on foreign media. And once you grow up on foreign media, there are possibilities that you're going to have a diluted speech
you
pattern.
pick it
Like
up.
your diction would change in
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
sort of way, right? And to have now, that's what now made the difference. So Femi Showolu's era, you would have people that are speaking like just well. They're having good pronunciations. You can hear them clearly. That's how broadcasting was really serious business. But after it became savvy, it became like cool. That's what it became. After his era, it became very cool. And now, because it became quite cool, you don't have people who went to study it. You have people who just have an accent, and they have personality. And then you put this people, and that's when it became from I'm a broadcaster to I'm an on-air personality.
Yeah.
So that's when it now came with like having an accent. It's just you're just
So
it, it's not like
it's not mandatory.
It's not mandatory that you have to have.
one accent,
You get. I know a particular radio station who tried to employ somebody who has an actual British accent, right? Because she lived in London for a period, and now they don't want her again because they're like, it's too foreign.
Are you serious?
Exactly. So my point is that you don't really necessarily have to have an accent, and also it also depends on the radio station. There are radio stations where they want you to speak as Nigerian as possible. You know, they want you to go very, welcome to the show. This is Alagbaja Aladino
Like Dami's
96.7 Nigeria.
voice.
Do you get?
Yeah.
And see, the way you speak, you can be radio personalities also. As far as it's clear and people can hear what you're saying, then you can be on air. Just depending on the type of show that you're doing. Right. And because it's radio, see, this is another thing. Radio is a blind man's media. It is what you hear.
Yeah.
And how you hear it gives vision to what they are saying. If the person is not saying it nicely, it will be so irritating to your ear. You would want to tune off. And that's what the employers are trying to avoid. So it's maybe a feeling of whomever is trying to employ in that tweet is thinking that with the British accents, it's going to sound melodious. But it's about the personality, not just about the accent. And it's about how you say it. My mentors, when I started radio, would tell me that it's the ups and downs of it. Do you know, the way you say it, like, you're coming in, you're like, hello, good afternoon. This is not you're putting attitude to it. You're going up and down. As against saying, I'm going to tell you something right now on your radio station. You're listening to the person who's talking to you, and right now we're going to go and have some music break. Okay, just stick around. It's Friday. But if you're saying it and it's really clear and you're like, right now we're going to have a very great time on radio. You just need to stick around. Your bestie is here. And we're going to do a lot of things like music. Have you checked your Spotify Wrapped? You're going to love it. That's the personality that shows. So I don't know why he's employing an accent. He should employ a personality instead.
Yeah. Interesting. I wanted to ask though, so which came first? Hyping or OAPing? Which?
Because I know that hosting came first.
Yeah.
OAPN.
Oh, so then it,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It came first, and it was when I was training to be a broadcaster that hyping just came.
Also, you went to obviously you didn't go to school for that, right? But like, so how did your training come about?
So as I say, big shout out to Femi Showell. It's quite interesting that his name is coming up a lot in this podcast because it hardly comes up. But this is interesting. Hey, Wangi! We are the children of Wangi. So Wangi's son, Kesho, introduced me to his dad who had a radio station in Ibadan. And I went for the interview and Wangi's like, oh, you have a problem with some pronunciations. Like he wrote like 5 words for me and told me to pronounce them. And I was like, thinking, thoughts, this, Theodore.
And that was your interview.
Yeah, and we would like this. The interview was just gist.
Well, the funny thing, I would be more susceptible to listening to an unknown personality that was because the way you pronounce it, that's the way Nigerians
pronounce.
Yeah.
See, but you see, that's why I said Femi Showolu is like old broadcaster. But what he wanted to employ is personality.
Yeah.
So I entered the office and it was telling gisting like, oh, why did you move back to Ibadan? And I'm like, oh, because I'm just going off. And then when I was done, he said, oh yeah, pronounce these 5 words for me. And then when I did, it was like, you have a problem with the sound the. TH, the. And then he's like, this is Theodore. This is
as you pronounce
thoughts.
Thinking.
Thinking.
What?
No, you can't use English. Don't do
So
that.
So he's like, I should go to National Broadcast Academy. It's a school for broadcasters, and it is by the FRCN. Yeah, so it is like old broadcasters that are there. And when you're there, they're going to teach you pronunciations, how to pronounce words. There's a lot of, what's it called now? I did it too. Let me say it was even funny. You know, in English, I go study.
You see, I'll go broadcasting this thing, go learn
Learn the
English again.
English again. Phonetics. phonetics. Yeah, that's what it's called, phonetics. So they will teach you a lot of phonetics. You know how to pronounce the alphabet and how it's used. Is it phonologically? You know, so I went there, and you know, it kind of. I went there.
I think went to which one? You went to journalism or
No, Institute
something?
of Journalism.
Instead, oh, my uncle told me to go to that one. I realized it was serious business. I did not go
Oh,
again.
I went
but
to-
that's the one
I-
is not so serious.
No, it's serious, yeah, but like it felt cooler.
I went to Institute of Podcasting. So.
No,
You did not.
Do you know the funny thing? My uncle had already paid for it just
Yeah.
to make I go, because they were even going to teach French in that one. I think there's a French.
Yeah, there's a
class.
French. There's French.
Yeah, there's a French class, and then there's maybe like another maybe Spanish. I'm not really
No,
sure.
I know French. I don't know.
I knew that there was like a French class, and they were going to teach you like really journalism 101, like
yeah.
you know how to enter the field, do
Yeah.
research.
It's a lot of
It's
practical.
it is a lot
Yeah.
of work.
No, why I enjoyed that was
I snuggle.
you meet people. You get to meet people,
Yeah.
and like they'll put you on to
Yes.
in like in the media space and all that.
I snuggle.
I mean, I think that's one of the fewer blessings of podcasting. We didn't really. We speak the way the listeners.
That's why everybody thinks they can own a mic.
I guess.
No, yeah,
But then
the
there are things that we obviously like learned, possibly on the
Yeah,
job.
on
Because
the job, yeah.
we've also obviously been podcasting for 5 years.
Gurus.
5 years plus, and there are little things like even in terms of like interviews, being with guests, all those things. The first time we had a guest, we had some issues because we're not used to having. It's easier when it's just Isaac and I. It sounds when people listen to So Nigerian, it's like, oh yeah, just with your guys, and that's how podcasting is, and that's what makes it different from radio. The fact that he has that ability to be downloaded, it's not live, and it's much more, let's say, intimate, or much more as opposed to how structured radio can be. But then so at the end of the day, it just shows how podcasting, radio, media, everything is all aligned, and even down to hosting. And do you want to say something?
Yeah, so like while I was in journalism school, like it was something they used to say, like, oh, the NBC is also coming. It's going to come for podcasts, so there's going to be a bit of regulation. So this whole thing that she's talking about, how like how you sound and all these things, like they're going to like. Obviously, the NBC is not coming to check how you sound, anyways. But like, there's going to be that structure and all that. So
we just start dropping
Why
six.
I'm so sorry. What's the embassy's business with podcasting?
But it's still media. Then it's still broadcasts. It's just that now it's online. Digital.
No, you.
Even Netflix, they're coming for Netflix. They're coming for Spotify. They're coming for everybody. Literally.
And they are bored.
Yeah.
Are they bored?
Literally. Yeah, I mean, it's,
And they'll listen to
it's the
But they're
government.
trying to make
They'll
money.
listen to six.
Exactly. That's the bottom
Bottom.
line. Right.
because it's not really their
They'll listen to
business
6
now.
hours episode. We're dropping 6
So
hours
this is another
episode
thing,
now.
because there's when a lot of people complain about radio stations or TV stations not doing not taking hot current affairs or stating it exactly how
as
it
it
is.
is, yeah.
My stance on this is they are licensed by NBC. And if NBC, which is the National Broadcast Commission, tells you these are our rules for broadcasting, it's only right that you follow it or you get fined. Are you going to pay the fine for the station, which is millions of
A lot of money.
naira
A lot
when
of
they
money.
get penalized? Are you going to pay the fine? And let me say this right here. Let me give you a very good example. One of the rules of NBC is that you are not supposed to say things that would ignite or cause violence,
yeah.
fear. You're not supposed to spread fear. You're not supposed to spread violence while you are on air. Now, NBC is old media. They mostly deal with old media, which
100%.
includes print, radio, and television, which is why I'm like, what's the business with podcasts, right? Because it's not like everybody's listening to podcasts. And this airs at the same time. And there is a saying that the voice or the TV, that there was a time that it was not your artists that were celebrities.
Yes,
it was
no.
the
It was the
broadcasters that were
Broadcasters.
celebrities.
100%.
Your voice, your face has power. And then you now go and you say stuff like, "Won't pa gbogbo wọn o. They are killing all of them wherever you are right now. Ìjẹ̀bú, Kano, won't pa gbogbo wọn o. Ẹ sáré o." Do you know how much fear
You're
you are
people.
putting in people
Yeah.
that are listening?
Yeah.
Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're like, okay, we're not telling you not to report it, but you need to report it in a way that would not cause fear, that would not
Panic.
even now cause
Panic, yeah, that's
panic
the word.
and help me.
Incite violence.
Incite
violence.
it's between violence and violence and violent. That's the point. Like you should not dig it. And there's a way you
Yeah.
would report something. Next thing you have a riot. And a protest is one match away from being
Violence.
a riot.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It is peaceful protest, but it's one match away from being a riot. Now, if you are on air saying, protest, do it, let me tell you, what are you doing, for God's sake? And there's always a thin line, right? And it makes a lot of things also be almost underreported.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the
100%.
reason. And that's the reason why they usually say leave current affairs for current affairs shows. Right? Like when people are dragging like, oh, see what's happening, you are OAP, you're not talking about it.
it.
But I'm not current affairs.
Entertainment.
Because current affairs, we know how to say it in a better way. Leave it for news. Today, about 5 people were killed when there was a bomb blast at Ikeja, Kinikon something. The Ministry of Education reports that. That is reporting the news, stating the fact as it is. As again saying, do you know a bomb went off in Ikeja? If you're in Ikeja, please take cover now. But I don't see why NBC do.
I mean, at the end of the day,
because they're not. Did they license you people?
No.
Are you under their rules? So what's
Not
their
yet.
business?
Not yet.
What's their for
This guy is
for
saying that
Netflix?
the way he's saying it, as soon as he wants it to happen.
No, for Netflix, I understand it because, like, if you're coming to do business in Nigeria, there are rules that you're going to follow, So there are rules, there are fines, there are taxes, and I understand that they may find a way to regulate it. You get and other businesses, but podcasts.
So funny enough, sorry. Allegedly, it was even something that Netflix intended to do, that the NBC found out, and that's why they now said, okay, digital media, we're coming for all of you one by one. So
With the weights.
yeah.
Wait. I mean, let's go back to your hosting era, and I mean, I'm saying this
Era. Big shout out to Shia. Era.
to your hosting, because she's very much. If you have hosting gigs, you know who to call. MIA.
Gbemi Trabaye.
So
Let's not forget.
I missed
Let's
it.
not.
I'm sorry.
Are we
I missed
sleeping?
it. I'm sorry. I missed it.
MIA.
Baby Trabaye.
MIA.
Say the second one without looking at the fan. Say it,
MIA
sorry.
the iPhone.
Shey you no go dance.
That way. But then I've always just imagined, as a Nigerian audience, like, is there a way you think Nigerian audience treats male hosts and female hosts? Like, do you think they treat them the same way, or do you think there's difference?
The audience to the host.
Yeah.
I think I want to say it's the same, but part of me is pushing me to say it's not the same.
What's that part? Let that part. Let that part come out.
I really want to say it's the same, but maybe not the same. Because because you're coming from the audience place now, not from the employers or the client's perspective. You get from the audience itself. I just think it's like, yeah, great. If as far as you're good at what you do, they would respond to you. I don't think like there's a difference in how they would treat you. Like, oh, because you're female, I'm not going to answer if you say I should raise up my hand. No, I think they would respond to you. As audience, so I get. Except when they want to start harassing you.
Has that happened before?
Yeah, I got like when I was hyping twice. That happened twice. One was in Ibadan, Bella Shmoda's event, and I was wearing this mesh top, right? And I just go on stage, and then they're like,
"What?" Like the guys in front.
Yeah, they're like,
What?
Did I just say mwah?
But how often does this happen? Like, especially
It has
like,
happened just twice.
just
The other
twice.
one was at Enugu, Davido's Five Alive tour. Climbed on stage and all the guys in front were like, "Ah, ah, ah." I was like, you too, by me too, Balotelli, come on. Move to the other side. Ladies taking me photo, come fine. Because she must not be well in your head. Confirm.
Yeah, so you're giving it back to them.
I came here to entertain you. You are telling me fuck you. Fuck you too, my nigga.
That's ridiculous.
Can I swear?
Yeah, no, sure.
Oh, NBC no
NBC
dey.
has not come yet.
And I mean, you're swearing for me. You too. You said, but I could tell, but I don't know if it was
Was
because
that-
of
was
the
that-
time I came on stage. They were really tired. It was like I came on stage like 2:00.
You know,
and they
that's
wanted
not
David
that's not an
Jones.
excuse
That's
for
not
the
an excuse.
that's not an excuse for the
Yeah,
behavior.
yeah.
And what's just thing is obviously that was very unsettling. And
Yeah.
for me, you mentioned I was thinking maybe because the way you handled it seemed
Mm.
like something that has happened before. But obviously you mentioned that it's just been twice.
Yeah, just twice.
So I just always wonder, like, obviously, like female hype women, other female hype women will possibly go through or have gone
Yeah,
through
essentially,
something like this. I just always wonder, like, or I'm wondering now, how were you still able to go on that day? You know, for something that's just the first time it happened, how were you still able to continue hyping and even
Oh, so for Bella Shimoda's own, after the first time they did it, by the time I started hyping, they stopped before I ended. Like now they're partying, now they're having a good time. Then normally, I said I like to come down and meet the audience,
Yeah.
whether there is a barricade or not. Sometimes I enter the crowd. Now they are full, so I know I can't enter the crowd. But I was gonna like step on the barricade and just like I need not to go to this place.
Definitely not this. Not
Don't
these
be
clowns.
on this angle. You get.
Yeah.
But before I was done with my set at that Bella's event, they were, they were calmer. They were not flipping me off again or ogling, doing all of that. But for David's own, I never went back. I just did like 5 minutes and I didn't go back because, again, they were tired. It was 2 a.m. It was hot. They were thirsty. They were waiting for Davido. Normally Davido show ends. Davido comes on stage before 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But they needed to extend the show because of the high risk that Enugu is. So they needed daylight to
Are you serious?
to be a little bit so that people can go home safely.
safe.
So they were just like extending it, and me coming because I was supposed to be on stage by 11. I was ready since 8, but they called me out like, look, you're gonna extend it to. And to go in was war. It was crazy. So when I go on stage, these people were tired. People were fainting. People were fainting. People were thirsty. Go on stage and they're like throwing bottles. Like, who are you? So by the time I did like my 5 minutes and they were telling me call the next act, I said, "Man, I'm not going back. Oh. Me, I'm not going back there. Oh. These people they don't want to see me. Go and look for Davido, make Davido come. Like, that's who they want to see." And normally, even before Davido comes, Equal has a whole set. He performs like 5 of his songs before Davido comes on stage. Equal could not even perform.
Are you serious? They didn't even want to see him too.
I didn't want to see anybody. So this is what happened. After I did my 5 minutes, and then they told me to go back and call. They told me to call Chief Priest. He's an artist now. So I went called Chief Priest. They were still stoning Chief Priest, but they were still excited. So he's speaking to them very well. But he's performing 1 song, 2 song, 3 song. He calls the swag back 1 song, 2 song, 3 song, 4 song, 5 song, 6 song. He called the Boy P and the other
Hive.
guys. They perform like 1 song. And this is time. Time is going, but they're cool because it's Chief Priest. At the point, Chief Priest had to even stop and say, "Hey, no go, because now it's it's you and I now." They come. Then I went. Then I told me to go back after Chief Priest to go. I said, "No,
They
you
would
will not
have-
see
they would
me
have-
there."
This one is an actual stone. They would have.
You know the
used.
funny thing?
I just moved to the corner and I said, calling on
Oh, you didn't come out?
BMWs. No, I went to where the DJ was. I didn't go to the
Main stage.
extension. I went to where I was like, I'm calling on DMW's first lady right now, just hyped Morave. And then she came on stage. She did like maybe only 1 or 2 songs because obviously the crowd was, yeah. And she left. And then I think the next person was Jerick. And that's one now got them
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a boy.
yeah.
He's a
Love
boy.
Jerick for his performance at
Yeah.
Enugu. It was really late, and one of the things he kept doing was making sure they knew that this is Davido's show. So just like the way you have a saying on So Nigerian, I have a saying.
Yeah.
Jerick has a saying in Enugu too. I can't remember it. So let's just say it is Jerick and they say Ezeoku. After he say Jerick, Ezeoku, Davido, baddest, Davido. He kept doing it throughout his set till he ended.
hard.
And by the time he was the one, so when he was done, Equal is now supposed to come and introduce Davido. Like Equal will not do like his 5 songs. Equal did only one. Equal did just one, and then they just put Davido and God.
The current world.
I interviewed Equal yesterday and I was asking them what's their favorite. They said the energy in Enugu was insane. The dancers hate Enugu because about 7 people jumped on stage. And it's gonna upset the flow of everything. They were stoning things on the stage. They were catching it. Go back and watch Davido's Enugu's edits. Right? Go back and watch the edit on his page. It's one of my favorite edits from the tour. You will see there's a part where the videographer caught where they are catching people. It just went boom, 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 boom. Then David now said Enugu. You just watch it back. You would love the edits from there. I was like,
You know the funny thing like, about everything that you just like talked about is I've been at the receiving end of I was waiting for an artist to come out.
Was it Burna Boy?
No, it wasn't Burna Boy. I've never
Please
been to
stop now.
I've never been to a
now.
Burna Boy concert. I'm not that much of a fan, so I've never been to one of his concerts.
Who topped your list?
I can't remember.
What artist topped your list this year? Your
Davido.
25.
I don't know.
What artist topped your list?
Whiskey, obviously.
Whiskey.
No, it was actually Benson.
How can you get?
It was Benson.
Wow.
Then Whiskey.
Co-host.
Don't worry, I don't really like him like that.
I mean, he doesn't have music. We didn't even do this in this week, this episode.
It's songs of the week.
week.
Don't worry, it is December time, so we have to hype them into the episode. But I've been on the back end, like an audience, and I can't even lie to you. It's really annoying. Like it's really annoying seeing hype man or hype woman when I'm waiting for an artist. Like you think it's fun, it's not fun for us. So I understand. I don't know how you even combat that because I'm very pissed when that happens, When I say a hype man, hype woman, you're hyping when I'm waiting for an artist. I've been standing for 3 hours. If it's echo, where's that echo place? You walk on sand first. Your shoe, your leg, the under of your feet first will pain you. You will now walk. There's no water is always like 3,000, 10,000. Those
and
places.
far.
Yeah.
Jamie, let's say you even end up buying the Jameson. You buy the Jameson, whatever that the alcohol. You now go, you stand there. Hype man now come and say, "Are you happy to see this thing?
You better be happy. You left your house. You better be happy.
Hey, you do the hey. Oh yeah, now where's the person?
You go see wait another 1 hour.
Wait another 1 hour. And then you now come and tell me to come and dance. And you send me to dance.
You better dance. Am I the hype?
Sure, good dance. So.
Stop
Sure,
snoozing.
you go down. I'm so sorry. I apologize, guys.
I mean, but like I feel like you understand crowd chemistry and crowd control to that point. You know that like we obviously be agitated, irritated, angry at that point. But then obviously it doesn't give them the
No, it doesn't,
right
'cause
to harass you.
It doesn't, because Ibadan was, sorry to cut you, Ibadan for David's tour, Davido's tour. I try not to say David because I don't know him like that. Ibadan for Davido's tour was also like, they were really waiting for Davido. He didn't come out by 2, he came out like maybe 1 or thereabout, or 12:30. And they were waiting, they were thirsty, they were tired, they were, and once I came down from stage, I had to go get everybody that I could, as much water as possible.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And thank God I always take my hand fans like for my shows, so I just like shed the hand fans. So because people were pushing, they were exhausted, so they were like,
You've come to save them. Yeah, but so how do you manage like times like that where like maybe the artist is delaying or like they have to stretch? Because I've been at an event where you hyped. I think that was the first time I saw you. It was at this I think it wasn't Mainland Block, or I think Mainland Block did partnership with Guinness. So we had this Guinness event center or something. So I think whether we wait, I personally wanted to see the Cavemen. But I think they delayed. Either Cavemen or Adekune Gold. I know I was waiting for one artist that day. So like you had to keep the you were on the I feel like you were on the stage for longer than what it was. You get so how do you
So what
also
did I
get
do?
tired? No, you kept hype, like you were still hyped. Like you even came down into the crowd.
Wow, proud of me.
Yeah, you can't even remember this. That's so crazy. So like
So if you say the exact event, I would remember.
it was at the Guinness.
That's it. You
Is
just
it Guinness Black House or something? I know.
You know how many guests has done?
Let me
I
see.
think I remember the event you're talking
I think
about.
Benson performed.
Yeah.
Blackbones
Yeah,
performed.
yeah. It was in Queens Park.
Is it Queen's Park? It's called.
It was in a hall.
Yeah, it was in the hall. Thank
Queens
you so
Park.
much.
It
yeah.
was Black Shines the Brightest.
But I
That
know it was
the
Black
campaign.
something. It was a Guinness.
Yeah, Cavemen performed.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
day. Yeah, I remember.
Niniola
I was
there.
very new that time.
Oh, are you sure you just started out that time?
Yeah, I just started out that time.
But it was really good.
Niniola performed that day.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
What you did was that was the first time I saw you, and I'm like, obviously that time, so I didn't even know hyping was a thing. Do you? So like, I was just there, and like I saw you, like we were really carrying the crowd, like we were doing this, and everybody was moving, and then you came down to the crowd. I'm like, I need this person I get to see to come on stage. What is going on? So like, do you also get tired in times like that where like, you have to keep the crowd going until the artist comes up?
So before I came on for Enugu, right, there are times that yes, you can keep going, but there are times that you need to know when to back off. I'm gonna give Ibadan as an example also. The Bella Shimoda's Ibadan. At a point, they were not hearing anything. They started stoning the hype people on stage.
Wow.
I was not on stage that time. I don't go sit down. They started stoning people, and I went to the organizer and I said, "I'm not. Go and bring the person that have this show. These people have been waiting since morning. Like they're tired. Go and bring this man out, or bring somebody that will hold them very well." So even the DJ tried to play like a Bella song so that maybe that will calm them down. And then the organizer went to go and shout at him like, "Are you okay?" Because you're not supposed to. You're like, "Are you okay?" Okay, what do you want me to do? They were really
me now.
throwing bottles on stage, the hype people, the DJ, and it wasn't giving. So there are sometimes that you can manage it, like Davido's own in Ibadan. We were able to manage. I told you they were tired, this, but we were able to manage it, like keep stretching and hyping. Even when I came down, they had some other people perform. I can't remember who performed, Seth, but they had some other people perform. They even still had a whole ass DJ set again that was really fire, and people were dancing. Okay, they had Mayor come perform, Dremo perform. They even stole Dremo at a point. They had Mayor go perform. They had Dremo perform. Dremo even tweeted it. They had one other person perform. But this are Ibadan people that have Ibadan excited.
Yeah.
So this art's already like, before
Yeah.
Davido came out. For Enugu, there was no saving. As a hype person,
There's
a
nothing
hype
you could
person
do.
could not, well, except when we blow and blow like an artist. When we have hype men that are artists, for example, a very good hype man that is an artist is Pokoli.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Except when we have hype men that are artists that have their songs of their own, that have their superstar artist clout of their own. That's when you might be able to. The only people that can hold those type of crowd are artists, and not just any type of artists that they love. You can't, as a hype person or a DJ, you can't get these people again, because now, even when it's an artist that they love, remember they're not dancing anymore. They're now singing to the artist's songs, what the artist is doing. These people don't want to dance. They're tired. So no matter the amount of music that you are playing, you can't save them, except you play the artist song, you play the artist song, or the artist himself comes out, or you give them an artist that they could love to bring them down. Enugu, there was no saving. Because when we came, there were other two hype people that had been holding it. Enugu, indigenous Enugu hype people that had been holding down the forte. And I kept looking at my manager, Brainchild, telling him that these people are tired. They've been here on, like, the hype people plus the stage people plus the crowd. These people are tired. They've been here for too long. Secondly, this hype men, nothing where they fit do, where this crowd go. No, they don't tire. Nothing where they fit do. So it's you recognizing that and knowing what next to do. Go get Davido. They want Davido. It's time for Davido, or get other people to come here and perform. But I think it was the traffic that was like really holding them from coming into the venue. It was crazy to enter and go out.
Damn. That's crazy.
Bro. What was your first show like?
Each one. Okay,
You know the
sure.
funny thing, I feel like you do like, do you keep record of all of your shows? I feel like you do a lot.
Yeah.
There's one time Oreva's house. I think he went to like he did like 3 that weekend or 4.
4 in a weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not even
In
joking.
1 weekend.
Yeah.
See, she was waking
I
up.
have
She was
three.
waking
I have
up.
3 this
She was
weekend.
making up. She was making up by 4 p.m. that day, like 5 p.m.
And all these things run into the night.
Yeah. Like I do a sleepover. So. No,
That's crazy.
like
She wake up 4 p.m. 5 p.m. prepare for another one that night.
yeah.
That's actually crazy.
And man, I'm like, wouldn't you be taking Panadol?
Bro,
Like,
because like even the energy, it's not even just the sleep, like the energy you're using on the sleep, because you have a lot of energy.
Yeah, thank
Do you
you.
get? So like, bro, it's actually really crazy.
Thank you.
But what was your
what was
first
your
show?
first show like?
My first show, I love the fact that my first show is quite memorable and not for a bad reason, for a good one. It was in Ibadan, and it was Premier Block Party. That was the first time mainland Block Party was coming to Ibadan. It's a Premier Block Party, and I had just moved to Beat FM. Now I work with Sound City Radio, Sound City 98.5 FM Lagos.
We recognize her voice from there.
What's you people's slogan? I think you said it earlier.
Powered by music.
Powered by music. Yeah,
So I was working with BFM Ibadan then, and we were running the ad for it, and I just like told our digital people and every other person that I knew that could be part of the PR campaign. Who is the person doing this thing? Put me on. I'm a hustler. I'll go to your DM. I will fight you. And I remember somebody telling me that, Bizu also. And then before coronavirus, because this was 2021, and before coronavirus, Bizu had made a tweet about looking for a hype person. And we had already exchanged contact, but he never reached out because they now shut things down.
Yeah.
A hype woman, because they now shut things down. So I hit up Bizu. I'm like, I can't never forget. It's still there in the DM.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I don't help myself, nobody will help me. Please help me. I want to be on this stage. So he told Alaji Poppin about it, and Alaji Poppin followed me on IG, and they told me I was going to perform. I don't think they even put my name on the flyer or something like that. I can't remember, but I just came. And one of the things that was also the first time I and my manager Brainchild started working together, and I told him, you see all of these brands that are coming, just go and tell them that they should watch out for me as I'm about to climb stage. Like I had a reason, like I had a purpose. Like this is what I do. And I'd been doing clubs before then.
Okay.
But there was no fulfillment in it. But I was gonna get to be on a stage, just like they should fear this person that's about to come on. And it was time. They told me to have like a 30-minute set to come on the stage. And I remember the DJ that was playing, DJ Sama. I wore a white long gown. This is too graphic. I wore a white long gown. I had a long slit with my hair. It was short, with my glasses, and they were playing one trap song. And I was like, and I just climbed on stage and everyone was and everyone went crazy.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just like that. Like I just gas myself as I enter. Gas myself. Just went and everybody went crazy. That's why I'll always be a sucker for hip hop till today. And everybody went really crazy and everybody started, and the energy started peaking. It started peaking. It was going crazy. And then they were like, they want to light up Ibadan. And I was like, everybody bring out your phone lights.
Are you serious?
And they put out their phone lights and I was like, to the left, to the right, to the left,
on your first
to
show.
the right, take it up, bring it down, take it up, bring it down. IB City, make some noise.
I didn't feel up already. I didn't feel up.
The DJ went.
I didn't feel up. I didn't feel up.
We went again. It was really crazy. It was
MIA.
Baby travel. I went really crazy. I have the video. Because Alaji Papin was apparently at the back making a video of it, and it was really crazy. It was going around, and Oreva was even in that video. He was shouting, "Let's fucking go!" I didn't even know he was the one. It was later, and I found out that you were in that video. Oreva told me that they were at the gate and they were here, and they were like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, they were like, who the fuck is that? And even when I got home, I was seeing like a lot of tweets that they were like, if I don't hype men, we're just doing nonsense. That woman from Lagos came. I was like, You people don't know that I'm from
You're
Ibadan.
an Ibadan person too.
Very Ibadan person, and then I knew what I wanted from that stage, and
Yeah.
and I got it. I texted the lad like 2-3 days later. I was like, "Thank you so much for the opportunity. Gratitude is very important in this industry. Thank you so much for the opportunity. You're an awesome person to work with." Like, well done. Oh my God, you're really great. I can't wait to work with you further. I'm like, wow, nice. From the next show from there was Abuja. Capital Block Party Abuja, 2 days under the rain,
Wow.
and it was insane too. It was insane. So yeah, my first show was a madness. Second show, third show, always a madness. After that Abuja, it was now
The Guinness
the
thing.
Guinness.
Guinness
Own.
thing.
It was not the Guinness. So it was still the same.
Yeah, so you're
I
still a
still
newbie.
knew.
Yeah,
I still very new.
Yeah.
It was still the Guinness, and after the Guinness, it was now mainland block party 2 days again in Lagos. And that's how we just like see as I remember.
Now you be OG for you be OG for the game.
If you ask me, I'll tell you every show I did.
Old
like that.
cats. Are you serious? But okay, do you have a number of shows you've done?
I could have done over 1,000. Yeah,
1,000 shows.
over. Hey, this year alone. You know how many I've done this year?
I see that weekend. She has 3 this weekend. That
But
weekend,
do you know what was inside 1,000? There's 500. There's 700. You've done over 8,000 shows.
guys, these are inside 1,000. There's no 500.
Guys, it's so crazy. Like it's actually, you don't know how crazy this is. But your energy is crazy, man. I can't even
Thank
lie.
you.
Like it's so crazy.
I said that weekend she did she came back from one, and then I think you even asked for Panadol that.
Are you gonna give me a?
She asked for Panadol because in my head I'm just like, they got another one. She
But
said
do
yes.
you
so-
take breaks? Like, do you go and leave and all that?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, you take breaks.
Yes, I
on
do.
leave.
I do. So I believe in rest.
Yeah.
ChatGPT will tell you that.
But
I believe so much in rest. So when we have off seasons, which is mostly only January, I try to take rest. But the more I grow, the more I realize that it might never be an off season for me. That's
'cause I was surprised you even mentioned having an off season.
yeah. No, so because even brands go off now,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
parties go off in Nigeria. So in January there are lesser parties
Parties.
in Nigeria, so it's usually like an off season. In the summer there are lesser parties in Nigeria because almost all our artists are outside the country, and also I think the summer is when most brands go off too, so there are lesser parties. But this year, July and August, which is supposed to be the summer, I had shows every weekend, back to back. And that's why I'm thinking like January, because in January I go off social media. I'm still going to do it. I go off social media in January.
The whole month.
Huh?
The whole month.
Yeah.
To just rest.
To just get ready, which was quite funny because I did it this year. My first post this year now trended. I was like,
What's
What's
going on
going
here?
on here?
the first post I made this year, which was in February, just 5.1 million impressions.
But I wanted to ask, yeah,
Yeah.
are there like gigs that you reject? Like
Yeah.
why? What are the reasons why you'd reject a
A gig.
gig?
That was not paying well.
That's all. That's all.
If it's not paying well, if I feel like you're not valuing what you're trying to pay for, you get. I can do shakara. I like to do shakara, and it's not in a bad way. It's more of like
Standard.
standard. My team already has been saying that there are some gigs we cannot take anymore, even if they have money, based on standard too. They tell me about it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I've heard you. Money will come from another place, you get. So even if they have the money, but the location of this gig is not right. Location also.
Yeah.
If the location is not right, we're going to reject it.
They
Like,
call you to Badagry now. You go.
maybe, I don't know. My manager will tell me. Then there's also who are the people on the lineup.
Yeah.
Do you get? If the people on the lineup it's not looking good, and the location is not looking good, and we're looking at their PR, and their PR is not looking
Yeah,
good,
it's not looking good.
it's not going to look good for the brand. So my team just says, no, sorry, you can't. We have to not do this one. If you're doing me shakara, like I'll tell you my money is X amount, is X amount, but you're like, I'm gonna pay you XI amount, which is lesser. And I'm like, okay. Or you don't tell me. Like there's a way there's a way you bring business, even if you cannot pay me my actual fee. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, let's go. But there's a way you bring the business, and I'm like, do I look like a joke to you?
You get.
You must be insane. Carry your money and get out of here. I I would stand on that business. Like, I don't need your money. Bring your accounts. Let me refund you if I've even collected the money.
Yeah.
The people who tell me it's not good to refund money. But what the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, all your reasons are valid. And as we're rounding up, just have one more question, and it's on the basis of you being like a obviously, like, when you go into hype, I'm very sure you didn't know that much hype women in the game. So,
Oh, by the way, I learned under a woman.
oh, serious?
Yeah.
That's
I didn't know I
interesting.
was learning when I was doing it.
Yeah,
But as I started to grow, I didn't realize that was learning.
but just generally, like, what do you think, like, younger women should just know about entering like male-dominated fields or areas that are just particularly marketed to like men roles, jobs,
Yeah.
all those kind of things?
You're going to be underestimated. When I newly started, it was a lot of, are you sure?
Mm.
You know, woman. You
Woman,
get
the hype.
you're gonna be underestimated, and you're going to have to prove yourself. They are going to give a man the opportunity to prove himself faster than they will give a woman the opportunity to prove herself. So you're going to have to, your one shot be your best shot. And that's what I did with Premier Block Party. Because after that, there is till today, there's no way Alaji Poppin will go to that he will not tell them that MIA, don't use that play. Because for even after that, for every show I kept going to, I would prove myself over and over and over and over again. There was never a bad show with me. And it was easy to now go and say, you get. I even miss when they used to underestimate me. Yeah. So you're going to have to prove yourself over and over again if you're coming new into the field. Two, you might have to really deal with men. Yeah, you would not like it. You might have to deal with men, especially if you don't have a protector. And if you are really, me, I was in Ibadan, so when I finish with Lagos, I've been at Abuja, Bikinika, I'll go back to my Ibadan and go and hide. But if you're really in the industry where you have to go out to network, a lot of times you're gonna meet a lot of sharks. And I learned the hard way when I moved to Lagos, and you would not like it. You're gonna do a lot of late nights, which might affect your relationships, whether with your partner or with your parents
Parents.
or what have you, because my dad did not like the late nights thing at first. My mom had to convince him. He saw the money coming, everybody's cool, and then saw the career growth, not just the money. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, my baby's growing, so I guess there's something that she's doing right. And a lot of hype women have told me that it has affected their relationships. Like,
Yeah.
their men don't like, why you going out in the night? Am I supposed to go out in the day?
He's supposed to hype in the day.
I can do that because I have a day party. Play with Emma. So
Okay, yeah.
When is play MI?
So Play with Emma is such an interesting show. Let me pitch it to you guys.
Yeah,
right?
no.
It's such an interesting show. First of all, it's a daytime party, and I'll tell you why. Because of people like him. As we grow older,
Yeah.
we are more likely to want to stay in the house at night. And although it is a great thing for younger generation, but it's also something to warm in as you grow older. Then it's also that party that is supposed to give you that place to be like a kid. And that's why it's called play, not party. It's called Play with
Play with
MIA.
MIA.
So it is where fashion meets organized chaos. First, you're going to get a fashion pop-up that's going to be happening. So if you're a fashion person, you would get whatever it is that you want to get there. Two is a playground. So we have from the bouncy castle to some gun games,
Yeah.
to like tug of war, to busting the balloon, different type of games
Yeah.
that you'll be playing. And they're usually like teams, you get to win something, that task, different things. Then it starts 12. it ends by 9 p.m. Between 7 to 9, you get the rave. That's the rave
Yeah.
part. But like from 12 to 7, you're shopping,
engaging
you're
with different
eating, you're playing games, you're winning, you're doing things that make you feel like a kid, that are not stressful, like when you have to be out all night. And if you're the people, because I have like married people that actually come to the show. Yeah, apart from young, like I have like kids that come
Yeah.
to the show, but I have not kids. I
Like
have
teenagers.
I've even seen kids at the show before. Not
Wow.
teenagers. Like I've seen kids. I've seen like a 10-year-old at the show, kid. And she has such a lovely time. I've seen kids come to the show, but I've also seen like young youth come to the show, like Unilag, UI, Yaba, because we've
Yeah.
done like, come to the show also. And this happens and everybody's having just a good time playing different games and doing every other thing. Now, the show happens 6 times a year. Just 6 times a year.
Yeah.
And it happens between April and November. You snooze, you lose.
So like once a once a
No,
month.
that's the thing. Wait for it. It is paired. It happens 6 times a year, but it is paired. It's paired, like it has 3 pairs. So there is a small one, there's a big one, there's a small one, there's a big one, there's a small one, there's a big one. The small one is per invite. Or you can actually be one of the first set of people to cop tickets, but it's limited, 50 to 100 people, depending on how big we want it to be. Food, drinks on the house. We take care of the food, the drinks, and everything. But it's also a high fashion event. You get to dress up.
Yeah.
So we tell you, this year we had Actionville as a theme. Everybody dressed like spies. And we will give you like, you're coming to the spy house. Your agent's name, Kinnick. Like, very dramatic. It's very dramatic and it's inside the house. That it's intimate. It's because I also believe in networking. So that is more intimate where you get to meet people. You just Then we have the big one that now follows. Then we also had this year August meeting. People dressed like Gen Zs, but in the traditional way. So you had gillies, you had like coming up, and then we had back in session or the after session, which was like we're going back in school. So you dress like the coolest kid in your distance. So that's the small one. Then we have the big one. The small one leads to the big one. You get. Most people try to be in the small one because it's very intimate, it's free food, but then the big one is massive, it's crazy, a lot of games. So that's what Play with MI is about. 6 times a year, but we do partnership outside our calendar. Like this 30 December, we're going to have a partnership with a party. You would see it if you follow the MIA Playground on socials. But outside our own stuff has a calendar to it.
So will Dami and I get the one with the invite?
Personal one. Yes, no, you can get it. You can get it if you want it.
We want it. So I know
Yeah.
we want it.
Yeah.
I felt like,
Oh, by the way, another interesting thing is that the one that happens in the middle, is 3.
Yeah.
Like it's 3 pairs. So the ones that happen in the middle is always outside Lagos. It can be anywhere.
Like Takwa away.
This year outside Lagos.
yeah, you define free boats.
The one that happened. Actually, we have a Takwa episode coming. The one that happened this year happened in Ibadan, right? The one that will happen next year might be London, might be Ghana, might be Enugu,
My
might
passport
be
never expires.
Abuja,
So,
anywhere.
so we are active. But yeah, we've gotten to the end of this episode. And,
Yay.
but before we have like a little section, we call it the How Nigerian Are You? So this will be like a quick fire session. A quick fire section. Just ask you a couple of questions and then you just tell us.
Okay.
So the first one is after a night out.
It's not current affairs yet. Okay, good.
After a night out, you're running away from general knowledge. You're running away from
That's how I run away from law now. Day with me, my brother.
Well, after a night out, suya or shawarma?
Both. I just go to normal.
Okay. How about club crowd or concert crowd?
Concerts.
Serious?
So if I'm hyping, concerts.
Yeah.
If I'm not hyping, I want to be in the club. I want to shake my ass.
Yeah.
I like to twerk.
If you had to pick one for life, radio or stage?
None. For live. No, like you're telling me to pick one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick one. I have to take both of them.
No, you have to pick one.
Yeah, you have to pick one.
You have to pick
You took
one.
two. We allowed
Yeah,
you for two for
Yeah,
shawarma and
you have
suya.
to pick one.
You have to pick one.
One of them.
You have to pick one. Radio or on stage.
You know what? Stage.
Yeah, better.
Then I'm gonna have a radio part on the stage.
Stage.
Yes, I'm serious though.
You know the funny thing? I knew you were going to say stage.
Why?
I just feel like
You love to
there's
speak more.
there's more. There's just more on stage.
I love radio.
You love radio more than stage.
No, but I love radio. Let me tell you, people at my
But you
office,
don't love stage more than radio.
the people at my office don't believe it. Like, I would have a show today, I'll come to work the next day. That's how eager I am to go to work. I love to go to work. I love radio. I love telling you that. Do you know what happened yesterday at Davido's show? You know, I love to tell you, oh, the sun is really shining right now. I hope you're hydrated. I love it.
I mean, but like the stage, they're dancing, like seeing different
And that's
people
why I would not
happy.
put
Like,
elements of radio on the stage.
I don't know how that's gonna work. But
because to any random person, to any random person, yeah, to us,
Yeah.
I would rather like being, on stage, seeing people like passing out the electric energy, like you said,
Fairs.
so you know,
So
good dance.
do you understand?
dance,
Can you shout MIA the hype?
MIA the hype.
Have people tell you she ain't a good dancer?
Or if you're with it on radio, you do
On
that. You can't be
radio.
on radio.
I do it on radio.
Do
But
people-
not the MIA the hype. I do MIA Give Me Trouble.
Or people answer you.
I'm like,
no.
it's yes. So this is the thing about radio. You're not talking that you're just talking to a mic. You have to envision that you're talking to somebody, one person, because it's one man's media.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I'm like, it's your girl MIA. Let me hear you say A. Somebody will say A. Somebody will say A. When I listen to radio like Capital Extra and they're like, can I get a whoop whoop? I'm like, whoop whoop.
Oh yeah.
In my
Just like our listeners, they sing the gigi with us.
Exactly.
Gigi.
So somebody is doing it out there.
Bro. Anyways, Saturday Owambe or Friday night out?
Friday night out.
You don't like Owambe?
I think in my lifetime I've attended just 2 weddings.
Two.
Yeah. And I hyped up both of them. My friends are refused to marry. Calling them out today. Get married.
No, I'll invite you for my wedding next year.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Thank you so much.
It's like I ask you to hype there.
I
Don't
will
trust
send you my
his
manager's
invite.
contact. My problem mostly, I think, okay, first of all, my friends are refusing to marry. Then secondly, I should be so costly. So like a random person telling me come for my wedding, I'm like, geez, I will not spend
give you a hack.
200K.
Let me give you a hack. Tell them you come and hype. So you just like you hype.
Now that's
the
a
man.
problem.
Wait,
I would want to buy the Ashebi so that I can hype.
I have a very funny question.
just have that thing I
I
want.
have a very funny question that just came to my head. Have you ever gone for a party or an event or anywhere and you just feel like the hype man is so boring that you want to go and hype?
Yeah,
and you came as a guest,
Yeah,
but you felt like
yeah.
climbing on stage because of like it was so dead.
No.
You've never had that experience.
But you've never had the urge.
I don't believe.
I would find my phone by myself.
No, but like have you ever
Have you ever had the
seen a
urge
bad
to
hype
go-
man
Yeah.
and you don't feel like
No.
you wanted to
Your
take
body
the
did not
hype man?
scratch you.
But
Your
you
body
got-
did not eat you.
No.
You were not rolling on the floor.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Your head was not going like, oh.
I say, you are bad though. Terrible. Wow.
You just sit in your head.
Your hand was not itching to go and do MI the hype.
Me, care.
You
Me
just
that
sat down.
I like to be paid for my job. So you want me to go out, my hand should be itching me. Where's the money? Is the money coming with the itch?
So it's not for
Teach the
passion,
person.
though. So it's not for
It's
passion.
passion, but thank God it's putting food on my table. So I'm after the food too.
Active.
They make I starve.
Active.
He.
Yeah, nah, live band or DJ set.
Can I say both?
No,
How are you
just
saying?
choose one.
You need live band is so insane, but you need to combine it together, not separately. Do you get not like live band here to be singing it? Oh, Gina Dimo.
I've never seen you hyping with live band
Together.
before, though. Have I?
I did
haven't.
at Spotify. The 19 days Spotify did. There was
I
one time they had
wasn't
like a
there.
band there, and then I hyped on it. I have the video on my phone.
You guys just check IG the
Melody, not MIA.
not MIA.
So there was one like they used it with fun. So that's what I mean. Like the DJ is playing and there's
Okay,
a live
yeah,
band
it's
attached
really-
to
yeah,
that.
oh, okay.
You get?
Okay.
I have another party for you guys. So the it's together. Not like live band saying, "Hey, you level she loki loki." So that's better for me.
Oh, so
You guys, if you want to watch the video, just go to our IG, follow her.
Yes, because we cannot put it on the episode. I would show you after
so
the
it's a
episode.
collaboration.
Yeah,
Between both of them.
collabo.
Na collabo.
Yeah.
Nice one, nice one.
Yeah, and lastly,
Lastly, because me, I need to go.
your favorite
last-
Nigerian slang.
Baby
Currently, Nikini.
Is it your own now?
No, currently,
Yeah.
Nikini.
Nikini.
What?
Currently, it changes.
Okay.
It changes.
I
I
thought you
hear
were
it.
such
You know the
a
funny
boy.
thing, when you said it the first time, I think thought you actually meant
Yeah, actually,
Nikini.
Nikini.
No,
Yeah,
no. But currently, Nikini. Like,
Nikini.
Nikini.
Nice one. I'll steal it.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
You deserve
Everybody, the hypo.
Sure you know go
dance. MIA,
Baby trauma. Hey.
So you guys, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button.
Do it.
Make sure you comment.
Gege.
Follow the MLD, not
The
MIA,
Melody MIA.
on
Gege.
Instagram.
Gege.
We're going to put everything down. Make sure you share your comments through the Google form.
Okay.
Anything. You guys just make sure you tag the Melody, not MIA, and
sir.
So Nigerian podcast.
Gege.
Share it to your friends. Share to anytime you see
Gege.
MIA at any party, just come and meet her and say, baby travel.
Yeah.
See you guys. See you guys in our next episode.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.